Hey everybody, welcome to a very special edition of Detecting Our Past. If you watch our show, you'll notice that we're usually in the mountains and the woods, but Washington State is much more than that.
Absolutely. Today we're in the badlands of central Washington, sometimes referred to as the coulees, and we're going to be questing for a 6,000 to 11,000 year old petroglyphic site.
The petroglyphic sites in Washington State are incredible, made by prehistoric man, scratching codes and symbols into rocks. Today we're exploring a cave system, and like River said, in the coulees and badlands, and I think you're gonna like this one.
It's gonna be absolutely amazing. So without further ado, I'm River.
I'm Jeff.
And welcome to
Detecting Our Past.
All right, we are starting out our adventure, and this is gonna be fun.
Those are the cliffs we've got to climb.
Yep, those are indeed the cliffs we have to climb.
Pray for us.
Pray for us. This is going to be a fun adventure, hopefully. All right, we are now ascending up the trail. How you feeling, Dad?
I'm great. Feel good.
And pretty soon we're gonna kind of crest this, and there's gonna be a little gap up there called the notch, and that is our goal. And it's about 1 human wide, and we're gonna fit through it, and we're gonna come up on this amazing view. So wish us luck, because I am trying to climb with one hand and it is not working very well. See, right there. We're getting closer to the notch. And it's a little buggy out here, but on the bright side, it's cool, and it's spring right now, so the snakes have not yet come out, which means we're not at serious risk of rattlesnakes. In the summer, they're nasty. All right, we've made it to the top, and I have not been up through here yet. I have no idea what lies on the other side. Could be something incredible, but I hope that you guys enjoy what you are about to see. Also, I'm trying to climb with one hand. It's not very fun. Really can't capture what I'm seeing right now. Oh my God. This is just beautiful. No way. This is the maze. Isn't it beautiful? All right, we have descended from the notch, which is right up there. And we are now entering the maze. And it doesn't look like a maze. We are on top of it currently, but we're just kind of hiking along. It's gonna be pretty great. Hope you don't die.
Pretty rare to see this out here.
Yeah, what is this, like, clearing thing?
It's water. Pretty rare to see that out here. That's why there's all these cow pies. They've been down here drinking.
Also, there's a very clear animal trail that comes right through here. This is the drinking hole.
Used to be. It's long dried up by now. Looks like water from up there, but it's just alkaline.
Yeah, the ground is all cracked and stuff. It's desolate out here. See that there's a little family over there.
It's almost a little herd.
Yeah.
Of I'm not sure if those are whitetail, but they're large, they're big. They see us because we're upwind. They smelled us too. But really neat that they were just chilling out here.
Yeah.
Hey.
A tree in a cave.
Are there any markings on the walls?
I'm looking. I'll keep you posted if I see anything.
So we made it up into this cave with the tree growing out of it. And it's definitely a shelter cave. You can see the depression here in the floor where the fire pit or possible granary would have been. But I don't see any markings on the walls.
Yeah, the walls are a little bit too porous for proper writing.
But I think even in ancient times, it was all about the view. And take a look at that one.
And obviously this would have been a much different climate back when they were here 10,000 some years ago.
Yeah.
This tree wouldn't be here. But we don't know what would have been here. But this definitely was used as a shelter cave of some kind. It's too perfect not to be.
And the view is to die. Look at that. Actually, so is the hike up, so you better be careful going down.
I can start to make out some of the markings. It's bonkers. Take a look at some of these carved 10,000 years ago.
Unbelievable. These are beautiful. Just beautiful. Stunning to see these. This is ancient human beings carving these symbols into this giant stone almost 10,000 years ago.
This is a mystical experience being out here, seeing all these.
It's insane. Well, let's take a look at each one of them and examine them.
legs here. And this is another person. There's two people like holding hands.
There are two people there. Wow, there's two human forms, right? So you got legs here, the body, arms, and then the head, and then here there's another one that's really worn. The body, two legs, and they look like they are holding hands. Yeah. And to sit out here in the heat with the wild animals, some of which are extinct at this point in time.
With two stones, like
with two stones, literally no metal at all, and make these carvings. Whatever they were trying to get across was very important to them.
Absolutely. And I'm wondering if maybe these two people that are right here together, if somehow them holding hands next to the gods could somehow be symbolizing that they're gathering here together to pray. In some way. I could be completely wrong.
Well, I think your guess is really, really good, because one thing that here's a star. One thing that they lived by was the stars. And if you can imagine being out here in the middle of the night, you could clearly see the swirls of the Milky Way underneath the stars. So that would have played a big part in their daily life, I'm sure. So
the Milky Way might have even appeared to be the afterlife for them, with not much common astronomy knowledge. The Milky Way might have appeared to be the heavens above them. And if you were standing right here and you were looking directly up with an unobstructed sky and you saw the Milky Way, it would appear religious. Well, I would say that I'm thinking because there is that human form with the rays of sun coming out, it could symbolize some form of God. And with what we had talked about with the underworld, the here and now, and the afterlife, and the fact that this side of the rock is bright orange.
Yeah.
And compared to all of its surroundings, it's an amazing natural marker. So Dad and I were speculating that this could have been some sort of spiritual connection point with the earth beneath your feet and the sky being completely unobstructed. It would have been a very nice spiritual connection point to talk to your ancestors and pray to your gods. And just the area around here it's flat. It would be a very natural.
I think you've got I think what you're seeing here is a ceremonial site, which is right underneath this giant rock that, like you said, can be seen for miles and miles around. It's orange. It's a lot different from all the other stones. And if I was coming from, 2 miles that way at night, and there were a fire down here at the base of this stone, I could probably use that as a marker and get home. Also up in the cliffs here, there's lots of different shelter opportunities. There's caves, and like the one River and I explored earlier with the tree, just really natural set down points to sleep, to take shelter from the storm. And we're actually having a little bit of rain out here today.
So these are actually some of the gorges that make up what we call the maze, which is in between this ridge and that one. And this one is actually unique. It is what appears to be a watering hole. And that's why you've got a lot of grass growing on the bottom. You have animal trails that you can see going through. And you have a lot of dense vegetation around the outsides of it. So if the animals were, a little bit thirsty or whatever, they would come down through here. This is their watering spot. And this is actually one of the shallower gorges that we've had to walk through. Some of them are like 50 feet deep. But we made it through by just kind of staying on the top instead of hiking through, because a lot of people have gone missing in this area, which is sad, because they get lost in these deep gorges and they can't find their way out. But overall, I would definitely say that the hike was worth it for what we found.
Hey, thank you all so very much for joining us for this very special episode of Detecting Our Past.
Yeah, well, you know, normally detecting our past means a few hundred years or so, but today we took it back 10,000 years into the Neolithic history of Washington State.
Really incredible to see those petroglyphs and just think about the people that carved those into the stones 10,000 years ago.
Yeah, it absolutely was amazing. And if you do enjoy, and if you did enjoy this episode, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, or all of the above. We would really appreciate it.
Well, until next time.